Hi, I'm Jessica Kellner, Editor-in-Chief of Mother Earth Living magazine, and today I wanted to share with you a few very simple ways to preserve some of the fresh herbs in your garden. So when we have fresh herbs, they're usually growing in abundance, and it's really great to be able to save those and use them when fall and winter come. Preserving herbs is incredibly simple. There's a couple of really easy ways you can do it. One is to dry your herbs. Now, if you have herbs like sage that I have here that you're going to dry in bundles, the easiest way to do it is to take your bundle, bind it at the top with some thin gauge wire. You can get this at any craft store, and you just want to bind it well, and then you can hang it in any dry location. You do not want to put it in the kitchen because there's a lot of cooking vapors and moisture in that room. And so you want to put it in a dry area where it's going to be able to air out over several days. The nice thing about using wire is the herbs will shrink as they dry, and so you want to be able to continuously tighten this bundle so it doesn't start to fall out. Now, if you're using an herb that may have leaves dropping off as it dries, a good idea is to take some cheesecloth, just like this, or you can use muslin or even just a brown bag with holes poked into it, and wrap it around, and then you can secure that with the wire also. That way if any leaves fall off, you've got them in there. Leave your herbs sit for about a week, and you will get a very nicely dried herb bundle just like this. Now, you may be tempted to want to crush your herbs as you might buy them in the spice aisle, but herbs actually retain their flavor and their oils much better if you leave them intact. So take your leaves off whole and put them in an airtight container, such as a canning jar with a lid. And then you want to check it for a few days and make sure that no water is still in the herb and coming out. If you see any water droplets forming on the inside of your jar, you want to remove your herbs, let them dry more fully, and make sure that you clean out and completely dry that jar and then put them back in there because moisture will damage them. Now, some herbs don't store as well if you dry them, and it's much better to freeze those herbs. They include basil, lemongrass, chives, mint, and cilantro. So if you have herbs like that, a very simple way to preserve them is to freeze them. All you want to do, take your fresh herbs, chop them up, and you'll smell the great smell as you chop them up. If you have a mezzaluna, this is a really good time to use that tool. You can put them straight into an ice cube tray. Then fill your tray with water. Go ahead and stick it in the freezer. And after they have solidified, pop them out just for storage reasons, and you can put them in a plastic bag. Another great thing, if you're using something like basil, like I've done here, you can go ahead and take your chopped basil, mix it with some olive oil, mix that with a hand blender, and then put that in there, and then you have these delicious olive oil basil cubes that you can toss into any kind of sauce or whatever you might be making in the winter for bright summertime flavor. For more tips on preserving the garden harvest and eating well, please visit us at motherearthliving.com. Thanks.